Yes, y'all. Vibras Del Lago show. Welcome back, episode 9. Aquí ando con dos compas míos.
Con dos chavos.
Con dos chavos.
What up?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I found them here in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
We were strolling through and hey, Santos, what are you doing?
We were in his neck of the woods.
And we got host Beefy holding it down on the Wizard of Oz.
On the ones and twos.
The only girl here.
In the shadows.
Yeah, he's
Shadow Records.
Yeah, he's from the Shadow Realm. If this were Yu-Gi-Oh.
Chicano rapper Little Shadow. Or what was his name?
Mr. Shadow.
Mr. Shadow. Yeah, Mr.
Hey,
Shadow.
he knows Dark Magician.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was thinking about this design really quick. Talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. But you know, what's the motto for Donald Trump? MAGA.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a Dark Magician girl shirt that said MAGA.
Oh, yeah. Because she's a MAGA, that's true.
Yeah, she is a MAGA.
Like Spanish people would know it's a MAGA, you know, but you pull up to like IFA or something with a paper talk. What the hell is that?
Yeah, bro, yeah, you're sending the wrong...
I like that lady.
We'll probably get fist bumps from some of those Trumpers.
Sending
I like
mixed
that
signals
shirt.
with that.
Mixed signal.
Love the shirt, brother.
Yeah,
Love the shirt.
Merca.
that could be empowering, you know.
Just yeah, you're right.
The soccer mom community would love them.
The second one. So we just wrapped up with Taco Fest. Shout out to Taco Fest.
Shout out Taco Fest.
Thank
But,
you for having the whole.
How did it go for you guys, man? You guys were the openers.
We were the openers. Yeah.
What was the experience like?
You know,
This is the third year, right? Or that you guys have done it?
second year.
It's our second year.
But we haven't done it since the first one,
Yep.
where there was like a tiny little stage. And
Centro Cívico.
Centro Cívico. We pretty much performed on the ground, you know.
Yeah.
And
To get more in the crowd's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this time, the stage was beautiful, bro.
It was amazing.
I
dude.
love
The
the
ground
sound system.
The
was
system,
beautiful.
bro. The mics were
The
crispy.
screen in the back, like
The logo
I felt
spinning
legit.
in the back.
I felt legit.
Yeah, definitely they stepped it up. The production value went
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
You know how it goes when you're the first one. They're like trying to fix shit as you go, but we're seasoned vets, so we just fucking powered.
You
through
rolled
that
with
shit.
the punches.
First two songs were like building up, and then we hit.
You
the
were
ground.
good at these.
Yeah.
Set it off, yep.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, be surprised that actually during my set, it felt like they were doing the same thing.
Like trying
Making
to fix it as you
adjustments.
go.
Yeah, dude. And like the
Yeah.
guy kept talking to me through the mic during my set.
I think
Bro.
we heard the guy talking during
One guy
too.
On the
tried to- one guy
On
came
the
on
mic.
stage and he like
Grab the
was
mic.
trying to wave us down. And it's like, bro, we're
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna stop. To
He
come
waved
talk
me
to
down.
you, bro.
The
Like,
good thing is I wasn't spitting my verse. Slow mo. It was slow mo's part, so I was able to take a breath. And so I just kind of walked to the side, and I was like, ¿qué? Because they were all Spanish people.
Yeah,
so
Colombians, no?
all the cultura, all the
Venezolanos.
culture. Yeah, shout out to them. They held it down in the background, but yeah, they were trying to talk to us mid set too, bro.
What were they saying?
Something about the
Holding the mic or something?
the speakers. They were
Oh, the
pointing at
monitors.
the monitors. Yeah,
the monitors. They were in the back.
They were asking something about the monitors, and honestly, we were just so into it that it was
Yeah.
kind of hard to make out what they
Yeah.
were.
I think they were trying to say that the monitors for the stage were in the back. So instead of them being in the front for you to hear it, they were
Yeah.
like in the back. Like
oh,
facing
so
like
they were
this.
facing.
They were facing
the
inside
opposite.
of you.
With us, they were kind of facing.
So I wonder if they switched them because at first they were all in a row in the front.
Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything, bro.
Really?
My first song, I got lost because I couldn't even hear the music.
Oh, like the tempo and
Yeah, it
where
was
you were
like
at.
delayed. I was
Honestly, I felt the same thing on a couple of the songs where it was a little delayed, and I even had to like look at Lamont, and I was like, "Bro,
What are
run
you
that
doing?
shit."
Oh yeah, we actually stopped the
I was
song
like,
halfway,
"Run that shit back."
and we ran
bro.
it back
Like,
from the
You
top.
gotta do it right, and then he fucking
Yeah.
ran that shit back, and the second time it was.
Hey, but that goes to show. I mean, this is for the people to know. Like things happen at shows.
yeah, bro.
No matter how prepped you might be personally for your set and your time, and the background people could still be going through
There's
stuff.
a lot of moving parts
Yeah,
to a show,
and you
not
gotta just
grabbing
roll
the
with
mic.
it because the show must go
It
on.
must go on.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys got the Taco Fest sent like a little feedback link or whatever. Did you guys get that? To like send feedback on the festival?
They have our business email. It's probably in that inbox
I'll
or
check.
something. Yeah,
I think they did.
we'll look
Yeah.
at it. Taco Fest.
I'm excited for they said they were gonna send us some footage or some pictures or something like that. No?
Cool. Yeah, they had somebody there. I don't know. Oh yeah, I actually know who did it. I don't know if you guys have met Leo de Palma.
I don't
He's
think-
Chileno.
Mm-mm.
So he was the one that was doing video and photos.
I did see a guy doing video and photos.
That could
but-
be
He wasn't there on Saturday. He sent someone, but he was there on Sunday. He told me because he sent me like a Snapchat of him editing the footage. And I was like, bro, you were there? And he's like, no, I wasn't there. He's like, I sent someone on Saturday. He's like, but I'm editing the footage. So
Hey, shout out to Pancho.
Yeah, shout out Pancho. He just slid in our DM.
Hey, it's okay. I like him. I like him. He calms me down.
Hey, cats know if you're a good person. That's why he's.
that's why he's sitting.
That's why he's chilling with the winner's circle.
Well, he's a piece of shit. The cat.
Why? Because he judges you. He just judges you.
He's a real jerk.
Cuando quiere, ¿no?
He's not a man of many words, is he?
El punch.
All right, Pancho.
But so what's coming up next? I know you guys just announced you guys are going on tour.
Yeah.
You did the Wild Wild West tour, which is our festival too, which is a
Yep.
new.
That was the
first year, right?
Two. It was the first.
Year
Yeah,
that
the
they did
first
it?
year, yeah.
Yeah, first year.
And
of that.
it felt like a mini residency, bro, because
Yeah.
we were there both days, like
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and
Friday, Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Correct. Yeah.
And
Was that last minute? Because I did
Yeah.
a graphic for it at ABC
Yeah. It
that
was.
they were promoting it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this?
It was
yeah,
pretty
bro.
last minute,
it was
bro.
it was like we got hit up on Thursday morning for
Oh
it.
shit.
In the
Like-
morning, like, hey, they're like, hey, can you guys? Will you guys be able
Or-
to confirm?
Yeah.
No, Wednesday. 2
night.
days before.
Wednesday night.
Was it them directly, or was it a friend of a friend, or
It was
how
a
did you guys
friend.
set up?
It was a friend of a friend, and then we got connected with like the real
The direct
person,
contact
yeah.
for that. Yeah.
Nice.
And they're like, yeah, we need a Friday for sure. And then we just went ahead and asked, like, you need a
Saturday.
A Saturday person. They're like, we actually do.
we do need a second person.
And they're like,
And
can you
then-
guys do that too?
And then after the first day, they're like, oh, you guys for sure have to come back tomorrow.
Yes.
So, like, perfect. And
Nice.
because of that, we got locked in for Urban Arts, even though we
Oh,
never
sick.
applied for it.
In
Yeah.
August, right?
In
Or-
No,
September,
2nd and 3rd.
Oh, because one of the sponsors for this one was Urban Arts, right? For Wild Wild.
The
No,
person
the Utah
that
Arts Alliance.
the person that ran that festival also runs Urban Arts.
Okay.
And so she's like, yeah, I run the whole thing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put you guys on. I really like you guys. So I was like,
Yeah, man. Those city events are cool because they take care of you. They pay.
Yeah, they do, bro.
They have the budget.
Yeah, they
So
do
shout
have a
out to
budget.
the shout out to the city. You know what I'm saying?
And
I know.
that's like you can get maybe other fans that wouldn't even tap in with you normally, you know.
Yeah.
we did, bro. We got a lot
true.
of fans.
Families and
Bro,
It was-
even some fans tipped us. It was crazy.
Yeah.
With cash. They were like, hey,
Shout out to the fans that bought us our beer for
and
that
bought us
day.
beer.
They're minors. Come on.
They're minors.
Nah. We're
Did he say that?
yeah, we're from the underground, so we're kind of like minors.
Watch it, dude. But that's but yeah, I always think of when there's like something like that, like you get like a demographic you normally wouldn't get, you know? I think-
Correct.
Yes.
Or like people that wouldn't even stumble into your music, then they're like, oh, who are
Correct.
these guys?
Oh,
they're for
it's
you.
true. It couldn't be more true because
Yep.
we had a lot of like middle-aged white folks and
Caucasian folks.
Hispanic moms that were like, oh,
I even
you
saw
guys
some
are so
Asians.
good.
I saw some Asians, and they were
Bro.
turning up to our music and dancing.
Asian persuasions.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Don't panic. It's
Hey,
organic.
so what do you guys take to the concert? Do you guys take like little like cards, business cards, or what do you guys take?
Actually, we normally have stickers with our QR code and stuff.
So just scan it and
But
it takes
this
them to
time
everything.
we rolled through very light. We have our flag that has our name, and so I was like
Like a
waving
small
it around
banner.
through our set just so people know like it's UA the duo. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes they ask.
And we do a chant. We
And
always do a chant with
You give us
the.
a chant.
When I say you, y'all say hey, you,
Hey,
you, yeah. And even like the workers there were like, hey, you guys were great. And then the second day, a bunch of workers were out there, and the lady was like, oh, hey, the workers were talking so good about you guys that
So they all had
like
to come
even
catch
a
our
bunch
set.
of them came out to catch you guys.
Yeah.
The workers from where? Like
from the behind the scenes of this event.
oh, like the production.
What's the name
The
of that
production crew and all that. Oh, it's the Mid Valley Performing Arts Center.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new
It's a
facility.
new facility.
By
And so-
Taylorsville.
and so all the employees
okay.
from there like heard really good stuff about our performance.
From day
so they
one.
wanted to watch it the second day.
Yes, correct.
So we had a pretty big crowd the second day. It was really nice.
It was good.
Nice, man. That's what's up. That's what's up.
But then you guys do bring up like a lot of energy, you know? You guys seem like you guys aren't gonna be super energetic, but then on stage you guys have like a bunch of.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
bro. I think we save it for the stage.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We just go Super Saiyan real quick.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
we-
the music. It's
Oh yeah, the music.
Complimentary.
Just knowing that the people are ready to like, they seem like they're paying attention. So you just want to give them a good show. And
We had a guy say, well, actually, he's a family friend that saw us for the very first time. He's like, honestly, like, no,
he went to the store and didn't come back. But he's back now.
No, but he gave us the you guys are like way better than I would have even imagined. Like,
Yeah, like he had heard our music
Yeah,
and seen
and
our
I'm
music
like-
videos, but never
live.
seen us live.
right.
But
So
he-
he's like, I don't mean any disrespect. Like, I've seen you guys on YouTube and stuff, but live, you guys are something else. And he was just like, really, he's like, you guys really impressed me. We met with the mayor of Midville.
I seen that.
Yeah,
Bro, I didn't know it was. How old is that guy?
He's our age.
He
bro.
is? He's between our age group.
He's class of 13.
Class of 13.
So he's
bro.
younger. He's about. I was class of 2012, so that means he's about 28.
Oh, you're younger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I was
He
like,
looked
dude,
so
you're a
young.
young mayor.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah, bro.
hey, we have to enjoy it while we can. You know, I was like, facts, bro.
That's definitely what we were doing.
And so
enjoying
he like pulled us aside because we were already done. There was already someone else performing, and we were on this little table just having some drinks,
it.
you know.
Yeah,
And
with juice.
he
We were all
came
just
and
hanging
tapped my
out.
shoulder, and he's like, "Hey,
Drink
man,
with juice?
sorry to-" Yeah,
Drinks
Yeah.
with
That's called a cocktail.
Let's call it
Drinks with juice the bag boy. Drinks with juice the bag boy. Our homie, he was with
Jewish
us.
community.
Shout out them too. Shout out them too,
So
though.
the mayor, you know.
with the juice.
Yeah, with the
with
juice.
the juice, yeah. Yeah, so he like pulled us aside. He's like, sorry to interrupt you guys, but like, you guys are amazing. Like, I was really impressed. And he's like, my wife runs the Utah Arts Alliance.
That's his wife.
His wife
Oh
runs
my
Utah Arts
God,
Alliance,
bro.
and he's
Hey,
like,
bro.
talk to us about the future,
didn't know that.
basically. And we're like, hell yeah, man, let's do this. So those are the connections that you only hope to make when you do shit like this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Those are
so-
important. No, I saw that, and I grew up in Midville, right? And
Yeah.
technically I live in Sandy, but when I saw it, I was like, dude, that's huge. Because the mayor before that, I don't have a hijita, bro, and she was
Yeah.
in there for years. And it's crazy because a few years back, there was this Mexican lady. She's my friend's tia. She was running for mayor. She didn't win it. La Viejita won it again because she's been in it for years.
So everyone just voted for her.
Yeah, but it's cool to see that now there's like a young person. So
Yeah, no, it's true.
I'm gonna have to tap in because
Yeah, he's even at shows now. Like he's out here at
man.
these
In
community
the community,
events. Yeah, bro.
in touch. So, but I think should we go into that first mix and then we'll come back and
I mean, you gotta ask them, right? They're the guys.
how you guys feel it? Go into that
Let's
first
do a
mix?
quick little
A little-
mix.
a little cool mix para bailar.
When I say you,
You'll
get right
say
into the mix.
Se acostó temprano, mañana hay que estudiar. Pero llamó a la amiga diciendo pa' janguear. Tiene un hábito ahí que la acabo de testear. Pero en bajita, ella no es de frontear. Ella es calladita, pero pa' eso es atrevida. Yo sé, mari, mari, bebida, gozándose la vida como es. Ella es calladita, pero pa' eso es atrevida. Yo sé, mari, mari, bebida, gozándose la vida como es. Ella no era así, no sé quién la dañó. Ella no era así, no sé quién la dañó. Pero ahora enrola y lo prende. Es panita del que vende. Ey, nena mala de repente. No sé si me miente, pero sé que tiene más de 20. Los shots de tequila ni lo siente. Ahora de la vida diferente. Buena, pero siente la presión. Ella ni trata y llama la atención. Ey, el perreo es su profesión. Siempre pega para la mañana. Tengo par de baby explotándome el cel y yo pensando en ti. Estoy a tu merced. Tú siempre y yo que tengo sed. Dime qué vamos a hacer. Que tengo par de baby explotándome el cel y yo pensando en ti. Estoy a tu merced. Tú siempre y yo que tengo sed. Y ella es tan buena, pero tú estás mejor. Por ti las pichas las tengo en hall. Y yo detrás de ti como un chambol. Y si quieres te busco en la Lamborghini. Si te lo hago tan chulo como Anuel o Karol G. ¿Quieres perreo no balada? Tú eres una yo estoy puesta para la nueva entrada. ¿Y qué quieres hacer? Yo hago lo que tú digas. Ese es grande liga. Que Dios te lo bendiga. Y dime qué quieres hacer? Yo hago lo que tú digas. Picha, tu amiga. Porque tengo par de baby explotándome el cel y yo pensando en ti. Estoy a tu merced. Tú siempre y yo que tengo sed. Dime qué vamos a hacer. Que tengo par de baby explotándome el cel y yo pensando en ti. Estoy a tu merced. Tú siempre y yo que tengo sed.
Cara de que le gusta freaky nasty, a lo romantic. Tú te ves cara, pichi, casi, otro fantastic. Pa' que problematic. Que yo esté pensándote, para mí es normal. Todo lo que tienes a mí me gusta. Vamos a comernos, baby, aunque no sea formal. Y si nos envolvemos no nos asusta. Tú tienes cara de que te gusta freaky nasty, a lo romantic. Tú te ves cara, pichi, casi, otro fantastic. Pa' que problematic. Tú tocándote, yo loca por entrar. Tú sabes lo que me gusta. Sigue buscándome, que yo no voy a fantamear. Te voy a correr la multa.
Yeah, baby, bienvenida al party. Tú eres una bandí con cuerpo de Barbie, yeah. Cumbia desde que no tiene ID. Se pone mi Oakley, se sube la faldilla. Es otra cosa, pero mi corillo dice que es peligrosa. Una experta, es una chimba. A la disco que llega y a la destroza. No le pongo frenos, esas nalgas me las baja hasta el suelo. She say fuck that, no le gusta lo normal, todo es extremo. Déjame ver todo, yo sé que no es nada formal, pero dame lo que he ido. Baby, welcome, esta noche va a ser de todo lo que diga por texto, yeah. Cara de que te gusta, freaky, nasty, nada romantic. Tú te ves cara, bitchy, classy, otro fantastic. ¿Y qué problema a ti? Tú tocándote, yo loco por entrar. Tú sabes lo que me gusta. Sigue jugándome, que yo no voy a fantasear. Te voy a cobrar la multa.
Hoy te he visto con tus libros caminando y tu carita de coqueta, colegiala de mi amor. Tú sonríes sin pensar que al mirarte, solo por ti estoy sufriendo, colegiala de mi amor. Baila con la típica, wey.
Nada me hace reír, solo cuando veo las fotos y los videos que tengo de ti. Salí con otra para olvidarte y tener el perfume que te gusta a ti. Tengo para irme a dormir, porque duermo mejor si sueño que estás aquí. Si supieras que te escribí, te he mandado los mensajes, siguen todos ahí. Wow, que mucho me ha costado, quizás te hice un favor cuando me fui.
el día no te duelen las cicatrices. Y yo pensando si decirte que me queda 1%. Y lo usaré solo para decirte lo mucho que lo siento. Que si me ven con otra en una disco solo perdiendo el tiempo. Ven pa' que te miento. Eso de que me vieron feliz no es cierto. ¡Órale! Eso de que me vieron feliz no es cierto.
Tengo tiempo pensando en los dos, si podemos arreglar la situación. Lo nuestro es una guerra en el amor, defiendo lo que me pide el corazón.
Quiero comerte yo todos los días. Me enamorabas con lo que decías. Tenerte de nuevo es mi fantasía. Bebé, lo que te pido, ven, dame. Lo que te exijo, no quisiera que pase otro día y no te vea al amanecer.
Bebé, lo que te pido, ven, dame. Lo que te exijo, no quisiera que pase otro día y no te vea al amanecer. Tengo 1000 planes, propuestas para amar, tú y yo en la soledad.
Te escribí un poema para enamorarte. Solo quiero amarte.
Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 yo lo hago diferente.
Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 no sales de mi mente.
Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 yo sé cómo quererte. Dime que sí, voy a tenerte. Quiero comerte yo todos los días. Me enamorabas con lo que decías. Tenerte de nuevo es mi fantasía. Bebé, lo que te pido, ven, dame.
And we're back with the Kings of Manville. You are the duo.
Unauthorized antibody.
You know, one performance, and you guys.
Yeah, we're connecting it to something from the past. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Shout out to the Beans and Rice podcast. Make sure to go check them out.
Yeah.
That's my favorite food.
Yeah.
Beans and rice.
Yeah,
Only one you could afford, you know.
it's true. And some hot dogs.
And some hot dogs. No, pues No, but I kind of asked it and brought it up about that you guys had just recently announced you guys are going on tour.
Yes.
Correct.
So talk to us about that a little bit. Like, how'd you guys go about that, organize it? Because behind the scenes, we always talk about these things. Like,
Right.
I feel like out of all the other musicians here locally, we talk about all those like behind the scene things. Like, bro, like, what are you working on? Or like, you know, we always talk about the like what we're trying to do.
Correct.
Because y'all have been doing this. We've been doing this for a minute.
Yes.
Facts.
And so it's like,
Well, can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Because I feel like
Objection.
objection, Your Honor. I feel like you guys don't care what a lot of people think. So my favorite thing about you guys is you guys just basically have like your goals in mind or whatever, and you don't get like other people's like negativity get to you.
Yeah.
correct.
You guys just do whatever you guys want to have fun.
Yes.
So I think even when the last time that I watched the first performance that I watched you guys was at the Pura Vida showcase.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, damn, these guys turning the fuck up, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But you could tell like the same energy, like you guys are having so much fun, and you don't let like anybody else's like opinions of you guys like distract you or like sway you from your goals. You guys just keep on hustling.
Yeah.
And you guys are actually putting out stuff too. You know?
Yes.
I think that's the other thing too, is like you guys are actually like putting stuff out.
Thank you, bro. Thank
It's
you.
a combination of all those things, bro.
Because we see the negativity, you know, we see people complaining and why the fuck do rappers do this? Why do rappers do that? And it's like, bro, ¿qué te importa? Like, focus on whatever the fuck you're doing and just go hard at what you want to do.
Let me translate that. ¿Qué te importas? What does it matter to you? For our non-Spanish viewers.
Yeah, because it really, like, that negativity is draining, so I just don't even bother with it.
Yeah, don't feed into it.
I don't feed into it. Like, I've even had, like, direct DMs of people just hating, and it's like, bro, ¿pa qué? You know what? I'm not gonna waste my time, like...
Consumers or artists?
Artists.
Artists.
Yes. Yeah, artists.
Like,
And
just making, like complaining about
just-
the product or, like, the
just,
music.
like, hater comments, you know? Like, hater...
Things they could have kept to
DMs.
themselves.
And
what
it's like...
it doesn't change.
But at the end of the day, their goal is to sway you from that momentum that
Like you said, they try to get to you.
You know, and I just don't let it bother me, bro. And same with shows, you know, like, we know what we can do. We've proven it time and time again.
Yeah.
And so we're just like, hey, this is just another stepping stone. Let's go out there and give it all we have and then move on to the next, you know? And so we leave it all on the stage for sure. I don't like to feel that, like, oh man, I could have done it a little better.
Yeah, no, we
Like,
go hard
I
every
just
time.
try to
it's
go
time.
as hard as I can, so I don't have that feeling of regret, because it only brings you down in the long run, you know?
Yeah.
Going back and like, I should have done this, I should have done that.
So even with
And it
going
slows you
super
down.
hard, do you feel like I don't know, me personally, I don't know why. It's like I don't know if it's a perfectionist mindset, but every time there's always a little bit of me that's like, I could have did this better. I could have did that. Is there still that little feeling sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I go back and watch videos, or like if I get tagged on a post,
Yep.
like I study myself. Like
You have to.
I look at what I'm doing, what I did right, what I could have potentially improved on.
Yep.
And then I apply. It's almost like a football player or a basketball player.
Watching
Go back
highlights.
and watch your highlights, you
Yeah.
know, and then you see what you've done wrong, and then you apply it on the next one, you know.
Study it and then
Get
correct
better
it.
that way.
And I think that's the thing that most artists out here, or just people in general, like they don't want to go through that stage of like having the smaller crowds or putting the work in. But this stuff, like these steps and these smaller events, is like the practice that'll get you when it's time to go in the stadium, you know?
Well, not just that. I mean, it all
Like-
comes down to mindset, bro. Like, even if it might be a smaller show, if you have an optimistic mindset, you have the ability to connect with the people that are there, because it's
Yeah.
going to be personal.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
smaller stage, they're right in front of you. You're not all spread out because the place is so huge. Like, those are pluses, and someone may see that as a con, but it all just comes down to
How you see
how
it.
you feel with your ability and your perspective on wanting to
On
take on new
every situa- yeah.
performances and things like that, bro.
Yeah, because we could have easily have been like that at Wild Wild West festival, because it wasn't the biggest festival, and there wasn't a lot of people there when we started performing, but by
Correct.
the end of our
The
performance,
people all
we had a crowd.
gathered up, bro.
And then the people that were running it were like, "Hey, you guys summoned the crowd out of nowhere. Like they showed up for
Shadow
you."
magic.
Yeah,
Talked about that earlier.
Que Dios te perdone.
yeah,
I do feel like to that point you're talking about, Mo, it's like a lot of people when they go to a concert, like they want to have fun, but
yeah.
when they don't know the artist, sometimes it's like hard. You know, everybody's
Yeah.
like, oh, like I don't
Who
know
is
when he
this
was
guy? Yeah.
everybody's like kind of stiff. You know,
Correct.
It's like up to the artist. Like I've had shows where I go and there's like rappers from out of state.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they'll like call out the crowd. You're like, yo, it's like, you guys are all like not having fun. It's a hip hop
Yeah.
show. Everybody get
You gotta be
in.
willing to interact. That's an interaction.
And then he makes like the whole crowd gets like a little bit loose. You know, like, oh man,
Because he called them out.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, because
Like-
you do want to have fun.
Put them on the
show.
spot. Exactly.
But it's just like it's like on the artist too to be like, hey, I'm gonna
Interact with the crowd. Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna make them like
We talked
Make
about
them
this
like me.
after, right when we finished, I think day one of Wild Wild West Side Fest. We just were talking amongst us and like Juice, the bag boy, the other artist, and we're saying how much stage presence and like giving the people an experience is pretty much what it's all about, because they don't go outside to spend money and then be like, oh man, why did I go? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Like regret at the end of the night. No, you want them to loosen up, have
feel
fun,
good, you know.
participate, like talk to the crowd,
yeah.
like you said, like they want participation and to be included.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
not just doing the music. I feel like that part's easy for us because we already know how to do that. But like talking to them or doing our chant that we do, like that has them involved for like 1 second, but they talk to us or we talk to them, and maybe they feel that much more included by the end of it, and they come up and talk to
But I
us.
have noticed what you were talking about. Like some people, they get all like upset
Awkward.
that everyone's all spread out, or
Yeah.
you know, like that they call them out, like, hey, this is a, you know. And I feel like luckily, with the energy that we put out, we haven't had a need to do that. Like,
Yeah, no, they just
it's
come.
just organic,
Yeah.
and like they start to trickle in, like, oh, who's over here being all
He's like, make me, give me a reason.
Being
to
rowdy.
fight.
Yeah, who are these rowdy guys? Like,
Yeah.
it makes them want to wonder and like come up, and
Yeah.
then next thing you know, 3 songs later, they're over there twerking and dancing and getting
Yeah,
turned.
so we just kind of believe in ourselves enough to like, hey, if there's no crowd right now, it's okay. You know,
We'll
as the
we'll set it
songs go
off.
on, they're gonna come.
Yep.
And every time it happens that way. So
And not that kind of cum, you perverts, okay?
Yeah. COME. COME.
I do have one last question. I'm not sure if it's like a question or comment.
Fire away.
How do you guys balance? Because I feel like you guys do a great job from like being tapped into the city, but then also doing a lot of stuff outside of the city. You know, and then that's like to your point. It's almost like you can go out of the city, like maybe even nobody knows you. You're gonna go
Yeah.
do something random, but I feel like a lot of artists are even scared. You know, to your guys, like, oh, I'm gonna do a little show. Like the expectations are so high.
Yeah.
They feel because they're like some sort of artist, like they're entitled to
A big
have
crowd.
everybody's attention.
yeah, yeah.
You know, but how do you guys manage to like stay tapped into where like, you know, like the city here like knows you guys and like, you know, other artists and like people fuck with you here.
Yep.
And then taking that somewhere else. You guys do like a good mix of doing all
Thank
of
you,
it.
bro. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad it comes across that way, bro. For real.
Well, the one thing we've learned is that like this is where we live, you know, and so we can't be stuck up to the people around here. Like we can't be acting like, you know, like because we're still
Around here.
trying to you know make it, and you know whatever that means. But we give them what we can here, but then we also try to give the outsiders, you know,
A taste of it
a
too.
taste of it too, because at the end of the day, I feel like we'll always have, and I guess I can't say always, but we have access to shows here, right? And
More
so
regular than any other place.
the energy we put in to try to get those outside ones, like it takes more time and more effort to make that happen. But you know, we feel like we're ready for it. And so that's why our focus is like, all right, what else can we go? Where else could we go? You know, what other places could we reach? What other cities can we potentially reach? We use Spotify a lot to kind of gauge what
Cities are
Cities.
Demographics and stuff.
correct.
Yeah, so
Analytics,
like-
all that.
you know, Seattle listens to us a lot. Denver listens to us a lot. And so when it came to our tour,
Cali, a lot.
we used our Spotify numbers and stuff to kind of see like, all right, where would be beneficial to go? You know, because at least we have a chance of people that might have heard us there to see us live for the first time. And so
The green states.
It's all
green
experimental.
states,
It's all
yeah.
experimental, bro. It's all experimental. Like
Yeah, it's part of the
nothing's
process.
set in stone. Yeah, it's like we still got to go and feel it out for real once we actually touch down in those areas. So it's all gonna be
and we would like to give people a sense of pride, you know, like, hey man, these guys are from here, you know, like, and they're doing it, you know, like
facts.
like we want people to feel like, hey, I could maybe do it too, you know, like we want to inspire people. We don't want to create chaos or hate amongst each other. Like
No.
what we do is to inspire maybe the ones that are thinking about doing something, you know.
Well, with that being said, and maybe this question applies to all of you. Maybe you can, because Santos, you're going to Chicago or something, or where
yeah,
you going?
next weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. I actually was gonna ask about that.
So, like, how do you prepare? How does it feel? Like, how nervous are you? Like the first time when you're gonna go like out of state, or like, how do you manage that? How do you, if you like, let's say you only know one person that's flying you out there, so how do you? Is it nervous? Do you get
Maneuver.
scared to go there? Like, how do you prepare to do all of it?
Bro, it's a lot of mind games for
It is a
sure.
mind game.
Because you at least for me, I'm like, I'm always running through the scenarios. You know, like, damn, how is it gonna be? You know, I wonder who's gonna be over there. I wonder if there's even gonna be people there. You know, like I wonder how the place is gonna look like. You don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
How
until
the
you
sound
actually
setup
arrive.
gonna be.
Yeah. You're like, you pretty much go blindfolded. You just know that you're going to a city. You know the name of the city, and you might potentially
the venue.
place of the venue. And usually I try to Google it because the more knowledge I have about where I'm going, like the better I feel about it.
Correct.
And so the more I feel like I can prepare for it.
Yep.
So for me, it's I just try to stay positive. I do get nervous as fuck, so don't let that shit fool you. But I just know that it comes with the territory, and I just try to prepare as much as I can. Know my words to everything. You know, like for me,
Rehearse.
I feel better if I'm constantly rehearsing. If I know I have everything down 100%.
Yep.
I'm at least doing my part. You know, to just make sure
Have that security as far as what we're gonna do.
Have y'all ever had that experience though, like in the new experiences where like maybe 20 minutes before the set, you're like, what are my lyrics for a song? Have you ever had that?
fucking hate that, bro.
That's why you keep
Like
your
you start
phone.
overthinking it,
You keep your phone nearby.
or maybe some of the new stuff.
Throw it on.
And I'll
real
start
quick.
listening to yo.
Throw
You're
that
like, wait,
shit
what
on,
was the
bro.
lyric again?
Yeah, you just
I
listen to
keep
the
my
bar.
set-
The panic mode a little bit.
I keep my sets in my phone, so if like whatever set I'm gonna do, I'll have a Google Drive file on my phone,
Yep.
and so I'll fucking most of the time if it's here in the city, I'll listen to my set on the way there. If I have to wait an hour or whatever, I'll listen to my set
In the
there.
green room or something.
And so yeah, I'm just constantly listening.
These are gems. If you guys aren't doing this, it helps.
Yeah,
Yeah, preparation is key. Like you can prepare yourself as much as you can. Whatever's out of your control, you can't really worry about it because
Yeah, if
at
it's
the
the
end of the
venue
day,
or
it's
the
gonna
DJ,
it's
that's
just
not
gonna
you.
mess with you, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, I think it's just
It
I don't
took me
know.
years to realize that, like, that I can't worry about what's not in my control. I can only
Exactly.
control what I can control. And,
Which is getting your songs and your flash drive ready, getting
yeah,
all your clothes ready for the day of, just like things you're in charge of, you know? So
Yeah.
facts.
I don't know. It's been for me. It's like I got into like a routine that like it doesn't even make me nervous no more in certain situations.
Yeah.
But then I'll do like Sky and Salt Lake, and then you see the fucking crowd and like the nerves kick in, and you're like, oh shit.
that's just the
But it's like but it's more of
the
these.
butterflies.
But it's also these other, it's all these other moving parts. It's not the crowd. It's like maybe the promoter's being a dick, or maybe the DJ is like stressed out and he's like giving you that energy.
Oh, I hate that,
And
bro.
they're like trying to rush you in, like, come on, get in there. And like it has nothing to do with you,
Yeah,
And so sometimes it's like, sometimes you have to just get in the zone and like get away from all that for a second.
Yeah,
Like
shout
you see
it
these
out.
big artists, like they go into the green room and they're just like in their zone, like
Yes.
you don't want to be stressing out with the DJ that's stressing out or like
Nope.
whatever. Like
Because they can rub off, bro.
yeah,
the
shut
stress,
that down.
you know,
Shut it down quick.
That's
Step
why
away.
I love when they give us a green room because then it's like your own. Even if it's not the best green room, like as long as it's
Just
a little private
separate
space,
yourself
Space
from it.
for the
separate
entertainment.
yourself from the show, from the noise, and just get a little chance to channel in, bro, and focus and
yeah, bro.
and
Even like half an hour early, bro, 20 minutes early, like that can really help you just get in that mental state of, all right, I'm prepped
well,
for the show.
Wally's my witness. I try not to drink, like
Before the
Yeah.
before,
I'm the same
like
way,
I
bro.
just keep my water.
Or participate in ganja.
I just want to be clear, bro, and just being able to deliver
To
what I'm
execute.
there to do.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I had a bad experience one time in San Jose like 3 years ago. I had a family there, and so like people were giving me shots, people were giving me smoke, and bro, I'm on the stage just like dozed out,
like Mr. Krabs.
yeah, just like
Trying to pick up all the pieces
like
still.
yeah,
Keep
bro,
going.
to the point where the guy that booked me, I mean that fool was drunk when he approached me, but he's like, hey, bro, like, these are stories that need to be told. Like I'm
He
not
was so drunk and he still knew that you were messed up.
exactly.
That's how messed up.
No, exactly. No, he was drunk, bro. He's the one that brought me out, and he's like, hey, bro, like if you were my homie and like we were cool, like I'll never book you again. And I was like, dude, that shit broke my heart, bro.
Right.
That's a
That was the only time ever in my music career that I was like, I'm done.
that's like
you
a
used
low
it as a
blow.
learning lesson, though.
Yeah, I turned it into a learning lesson to
Correct.
never drink or smoke before a show.
That's what he was getting at with that story, people.
But I've never felt like that ever in my life, where like literally like I wanted to quit, bro. like in that moment, you know. And like we were all chilling after in the after party when he told me this, and we're like around a whole bunch of girls, and we're still drinking, you know. And he comes up to me and he tells me, and I'm just like,
he had the vodka courage.
Yeah,
the liquor.
Nah, but it was a good learning lesson, and he did bring me back to San Jose one other time, and we're cool, you know. We're still homies to this day.
Gracias a Dios.
Exactly, and it's like it's a wake up call, you know.
That's what it is. Bro. Just a quick reality check. Sometimes life hands you a few of those.
Yeah. It all depends on how you take it, you know, because Santos could have easily been like, fuck this, you know, and then
it could have hit you hard, bro.
He used it as a learning experience.
Cuando te da con el cinto.
Yeah, bro. You just learn from it and move forward. Don't let it knock you down.
Okay, I have one last question before we go into the mix. If I can ask another question.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So now that we have some bad experiences, what's like maybe a good? What's your guys' favorite? Like out of state, maybe performance or just like memory when you traveled to do a show or just like something that you're like, oh man, I love today. What happened? Then?
I'll say one real quick before you hop into one.
Okay, because I'm hogging up all the time.
Yeah, he's
we'll put timer on him.
Yeah, time it and see how long he talked before I started talking. Then time mine. Nah, I'm just playing. All right, hopefully I didn't take his, but
I think you're gonna take mine.
Yeah, I low-key am probably. Well, just because you asked about it, he's doing that.
Don't blame it on me.
Nah, I'm blaming it. You were asking Santos about Chicago, bro, and we've been there before. We've been to Chicago.
That was our first out of state.
That was our first out of state appearance, experience, music video.
Work, wasn't it for you?
What was that?
Were working or something like that?
Yeah,
while he was working, yeah.
You had to do it like really fast. Something.
Yeah, no, I took like a week off from work and shit just so me and him could fly.
My manager was like, go, like
it's like in the movies. They're like, get out there,
yeah, like do it,
push it. They were hella
bro. And my manager was a big like hip hop fan, so he was like,
I was gonna say a big guy.
No.
Oh no, yeah, time him again. I'm just playing. Chicago, Illinois. That's where I'm gonna say the people there showed us so much love. They didn't know us, like you said. You don't know the stigma of these new cities. Like you don't know how many people are gonna be there, who's gonna be there, if there's gonna be camera people or not. Like you don't know. And when we got there, like they brought us to this like club and they had the music playing and the DJ right away.
Wally in and I
wasn't even 21 and they let me in because they knew we were the out of state guest and they announced us from the DJ booth. Hey, we got UA in the house, and we were with Crunchy Black of 3-6 Mafia, so it was like riding with him and then getting the love from the city and from their DJ and the people in the place. Like they didn't know us like that, but they knew us that night. They definitely showed us love and like showed out, and I'll never forget that, bro, because it was our first time going somewhere and like we're Mexican, bro, so not knowing what to expect like in a city that's predominantly.
Well, how did you feel? You know
great, bro.
Like when you went to bed, like how do you feel that night, man? You're like,
I don't even think we went to bed.
Yeah, no, I think we stayed up late, bro.
Like
those days
partying or what?
No, me and him at the hotel, bro.
The adrenaline, bro.
Talking
like,
about
it. Adrenaline, like we're like, damn, like we got out with a celebrity. Like
that was the first day. So we didn't even we shot the video like the next day. So that was all pre the music video. So like to get a good experience and then still go shoot a video with this artist, like. And still get that treatment around his city, like it was fire, bro. Honestly,
yeah, it was really cool. For me, it was this year when we went to Alco for a tour show, and
it's a good one.
We got to meet Dizzy Wright, and we got to meet. Oh well, I mean, we already knew him, but Jared was there, Demrick was there, and we had already linked with them prior, like for music videos. So it was like, hey, what's up, you guys? Like all over.
It was like long lost homies.
Oh, yeah. And they gave us like with Dizzy, they're like, hey, we already like worked with them, like we've done videos with them.
So they backed us up meeting Dizzy for the first time.
Mm-hmm. And even like the promoter was like, oh my gosh, like you guys are fucking dope. Like he's like, how much did it cost you to get here? Like what did you
and then we went to go eat tacos.
He reimbursed us for everything that we spent and covered our
didn't he pull up on us? Like we were eating at the local taco spot in Elko,
and then like
he randomly just walked in.
There was other people there that had been to the show, and they walked up to us.
Yeah, because it's a small city, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like the only taco spot that's open till 3 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So like all the people that were at the show, they even let us drink in there, and it was well past cutoff time.
It was like a rancheritos almost.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, and they were like, "Hey, can we buy chela and just kick it in here?" And they were like, "Yeah." And so we were just hella sipping in there. under the table.
Oh, so in Nevada they sell all night.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Oh, there's no curfew.
It's not Utah.
And then the dispensary is on indigenous grounds, so they don't follow the Nevada law.
So they were open all night, or
No,
they're
there's
just
just
no
no
taxes.
no tax or none of that stuff.
So the trees like fire
It
and
was on the
less
reservation.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the reserve.
That's where we send you the tribal police. Remember?
I was like, send that to Santos. Tribal.
Tribal.
Because of the tribal chief line that you said.
Oh, yeah,
Now
like a
they
tribal
acknowledge
chief.
it like a tribal chief.
Going up. Economy.
Hey. Shout out to
Yeah,
the economy.
but yes, bro. I hope that answers your question.
All right, cut it to the mix already. I know you're.
It's just so you know.
Oh, yeah,
What was the question again?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Your favorite performance that you went out of town for?
Yeah,
Man.
Oh yeah, you've done a few, bro.
Yeah,
so
man.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
you
you have.
have, bro.
I'm sure
My
you have a
favorite one was I've been to LA about 3 times. They have a Sunday party out there in downtown
But
LA.
the most recent one, or which one?
The
The middle one.
I've had 3. So the last one I went like a year ago, 2 years ago with Crowd Control. That one was fun. But I had my little moments where like I don't know if I was just too like baked or whatever, but like my energy levels were a little low on that last one. But I think the first time I ever went out to LA was probably my favorite one.
Because you were so hyped for it.
I was so hyped. LA just loves to party, bro.
Yeah,
it's
facts.
it's
So nightlife. That's
yeah. So
nightlife.
shout out to El Menaito. That's the name of the party that they do on Sundays. It's like a reggaeton party, cumbia
On a Sunday.
on a Sunday
That's
in downtown LA.
Hey, you guys got misa.
Yeah,
Chill out.
after misa, and they party, bro. They party till regular like 2 in the morning or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's pretty regular.
That first time that I went, it was actually Memorial Weekend, so no one worked on Monday. So it was packed, bro. And doing the cumbias and like everyone was just loving it, bro. Like the Menaito La Cita bar is known as like the local bar for the locals.
Yeah.
So it was all raza. But the my favorite part about it is like some of the upcoming Latino artists, like rappers, producers,
Yeah.
they pull up right there
To network.
and they're just hanging out. And like these are like big names or like C plus, artists that are like kind of on the come up in the Latin scene.
damn.
So they're just sitting there like watching your set. So like that was probably my favorite one, bro, to be honest.
That's dope.
So yeah, man, shout out to the homies, El Rusty, Easy Uno, like the ones that run that party. They've been doing it now for like 4 or 5 years. And so that's always the home, bro, when you go down
that's
to
dope.
downtown LA.
Shout out to the homies.
Shout out to downtown Los Angeles.
So
And then who's on this mix we're playing? We never even gave him a shout out. Who's
oh yeah, so the mix right here is I think we're still rocking with the end of DJ Bless One and DJ J Style. And this will be the last part of their mix, and then we're gonna introduce DJ Drew probably next or in a few weeks. So yeah, shout out to them. Enjoy the mix.
Quiero comerte yo todos los días. Me enamorabas con lo que decías. Tenerte de nuevo es mi fantasía. Bebé, lo que te pido, ven, dame. Lo que te exijo, no quisiera que pase otro día y no te vea al amanecer. Bebé, lo que te pido, ven, dame. Lo que te exijo, no quisiera que pase otro día y no te vea al amanecer. Tengo 1000 planes, propuestas para amar, tú y yo en la soledad. Te escribí un poema para enamorarte, solo quiero amarte. Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 lo hago diferente. Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 no sales de mi mente. Yo aquí te espero, solo vente, 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 yo sé cómo quererte. Dime que sí, voy a tenerte.
Ay, hola, ¿qué tal? A todas las mamitas, ¿cómo se han portado? Las grandotas y chiquitas y los chiquiticos, ay, ¿qué andan haciendo? ¿Cómo se ha portado? güerita y las mamitas como están. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal? Como ahorita la güerita, ay, yo quisiera bailar. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal? Ay, con el pero, lero, virula. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal?
Y goza, y goza.
Ay, hola, ¿qué tal? A todas las mamitas, cómo se han portado las morenas y güeritas y toda la racita bailando y su pipiripao, cantando y tocando. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal? Una niña bonita me invita a pasar y la criatura me dice, ay, no más no te me rimes. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal? Ay, dice que yo y tengo cara de perico, pero la verdad es que me llamo Marianito. Dicen que papi tiene cara de perico, pero la verdad es que me llamo Marianito.
Yo sé que tienes un nuevo amor, sin embargo te deseo lo mejor. Si en mí no encontraste felicidad, tal vez alguien más te la dará. Como la flor, con tanto amor me diste tú, se marchito, me marchó hoy.
Cántalo,
Yo
sing it,
siempre
sing it,
te-
sing it one time.
Pero ay, cómo me duele. Ay, cómo me duele. Si vieras cómo duele perder tu amor, con tu adiós te llevas mi corazón. No sé si pueda volver a amar, porque te di todo el amor que pude dar. Como la flor, con tanto amor me diste tú, se marchito, me marcho hoy. Yo sé perder, pero ay, cómo me duele. Ay, cómo me duele. Como la flor, con tanto amor me diste tú, se marchito, me marcho hoy. Yo sé perder, pero ay, cómo me duele. Ay, cómo me duele.
Ella desaparece, pero aparece cuando le dan ganas. Han sido un par de veces, y si es por mí le doy toda la semana. Se hace la que no quiere, pero llama de madrugada. Terminaste sin rap otra vez.
¿Quién lo diría? Que se podía
maquinando. ¿Quién lo diría que se podía hacer el amor por telepatía? La luna está llena, mi cama vacía, lo que yo te haría. Si te tuviera de frente en la mente te la volaría. De noche de día, de noche de día. You know I'm just a flight away. If you want it, you could take a private plane. A kilómetros estamos conectando y me prendes aunque no me estés tocando. You know I got a lot to say. All these voices in the background of my brain y me dicen todo lo que estás pensando. Me imagino lo que ya estás maquinando. ¿Quién lo diría que se podía hacer el amor por telepatía? La luna está llena, mi cama vacía, lo que yo te haría. Si te tuviera de frente en la mente te la volaría. De noche de día, de noche de día. You know that I can see right through you. I can read your mind, I can read your mind, what you wanna do. It's written all over your face, times two. 'Cause I can read your mind, I can read your mind. I can hear your thoughts like a melody. Listen while you talk when you're fast asleep. You stay on the phone just to hear me breathe. ¿Quién lo diría que se podía hacer el amor por telepatía? La luna está llena, mi cama vacía, lo que yo te haría. Si te tuviera de frente en la mente te la volaría. De noche de día, de noche de día.
Telepatía. Hey, and we're back. Vibras Del Lago show, holding it down with our guest today, UA, the duo. And what did UA stand for again?
Unauthorized antibodies.
So make sure to go get vaccinated. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, but bro, I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know, but I mean, that's why we have this platform, you know, highlighting cumbia, music, culture. And we actually did a cumbia song.
We did. Yeah.
Cumbia rap
Looney.
song.
Yeah, cumbia rap.
It was almost like it gave me Cumbia Kings vibes, where they were
Yeah,
mixed
dude.
hip hop with cumbia. You know?
The reggae.
Hey, incoming eagle call.
Shout out to Looney got the tunes.
Shout out Looney.
Shout out Looney.
That's our right hand man.
But yeah, man, that was a super fun track. It's super fun to perform. People
It is
love
very,
bro.
yeah, it gets everything
Even
moving.
till now we're doing it, and it gets people moving every time. That was our first time we got radio placements.
Yeah.
Because
Shout
of
out to
that
Dirty
song.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dirty
Shout out
Dave.
Oh, it was mi
Dave.
preferida, right?
And
104.7?
Wasn't it Latino? No, it was Latino. I believe.
Latino and mi preferida.
I think it was
played.
both.
Oh, they both
Low-key.
played it. Yeah.
Latino, mi preferida.
There you go. That means
I think they're owned by the
prefer
same-
Latinos.
And then the one in Seattle.
Oh yeah, Seattle hits.
Latino hits the film,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they
they
were
played it out
digging the
there, too.
tamarindo, man. So
Yes. And
if you guys
then-
haven't heard it, go check it out. It's a cumbia track.
Yeah.
And
We
drinks.
put links, a good one too, man.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah, we
that's-
did Sneaky
yeah.
Link too, bro.
Next time you do that show in LA, that's reggaeton. We can do that one then.
Sneaky
Hell
Link.
yeah. Dude, we performed actually Tamarindo at Vibras Del Lago about a year ago. A
Yeah,
year
we
ago
did.
Yeah,
today.
no, yeah, I saw the pictures.
You're right.
Last summer.
That was the
You were
fun-
with-
that was
you
the
guys
fun
were
night.
too.
You were, yeah, you guys were there. There was like 5
We're there.
podcasts.
Yeah, there was
in the
my
building.
podcast that night.
And it was a podcast where everyone was just staring each other down.
everyone was like looking at each other like, is that the guy from?
They're like, who's gonna break the ice?
It was the Latino podcast, huh? It was all
Yeah,
the Latino
yeah,
podcast.
It was nice. The culture showed up that day.
No one, and ever since then, no one else has showed up, bro. And friends fighting and getting mad at each other.
What?
Podcast beef. Nah, just kidding.
That's what
What's
we're
the
waiting
la-
for UA,
The unauthorized banter body.
Yeah. So when is UA gonna be back on Vibras Del Lago? Is basically what the people want to know.
Oh, well, we can be back anytime Santos wants it.
Hey, we
Beans
do
on
have.
to him.
And Beans and Rice will be there too.
So I guess we'll announce it. Hopefully they don't get mad at me, but we are going to be doing a pop-up event September
Maybe,
17th.
I was gonna say maybe don't announce it, but I guess
Well, we're about to announce the flyer real soon, so we're going to do a pop-up event at the Drift Lounge September 17th. Day party Sunday. Cumbia party right there. They're actually going to have a reggaeton artist at that new venue. What is it called? The
Granary Life?
Yeah.
Granary Live.
They're bringing a
Hey, what is
reggaeton
the
artist.
Granary Life? I thought that was Sky.
It's like a little block, a little square that
Correct.
they made into a music outside venue.
That's the one next to Metro Music Hall, right?
No, Mitchell.
No, it's not over
It's
there.
a little bit more. It's a little bit
There's
like.
another outside one that they just did
It looks
right
like it's all bricks. I've seen
It's
it.
just
It's like,
una calle like that.
Yeah,
like
it's
on
like
a
a little
calle.
square that you go into.
Yeah, and it's outside.
they have like this balcony or
Yeah, so
something.
behind that new venue, they have it's called the Drift Lounge.
The
So it's a
Drift
new
Lounge.
bar that's been around for a year.
Oh, yeah.
And so they started doing Latin nights on Fridays. DJ Drew has been building that relationship with them.
Nice.
And so we're going to do a
So
day
he
party
opened
there.
that door.
Yeah. So we're going to bring Vibras Del Lago for the day party.
Ooh.
It's going to be the unofficial after party after Jay Wheeler. He's a reggaeton artist. So he's going to be there September 17th. So
That'll be dope.
A day after Mexican Independence Day.
Hey.
And then the next Vibras Del Lago is actually September, I believe, 7th. So that's going to be the first Thursday of the month.
First Thursday of the month.
We're going to be celebrating, what's it called? Mexican Independence all month, pretty much.
Nice. There we go.
So
It is
man.
is that isn't September Hispanic Heritage Month too?
I think it's.
We'll have
Or
to
is that
Google.
October?
We'll
I
fact
think it
check
might be
that.
October. I don't know.
Hey, if you know it, drop it in the comments.
it.
Yeah, let us know.
Correct.
If I'm incorrect, let me know.
Yeah, let Slomo know he was wrong.
But like the whole, I guess with the show things and like kind of going back to the show things, we were talking about like the music politics. How do you guys go about that with throughout the years? You kind of mentioned it earlier about, you know, we stay away from the negativity. And like that's something that I really have appreciated about you guys, that like we talk about it behind the scenes about certain things that are like, oh, we're not going to participate in that. But like, how do you maneuver yourself through like, oh, I don't work with that guy, so I'm not gonna work with this guy, and blah blah blah. Like, I don't know. How do you?
Good.
And the only reason why I asked is because for like other artists out there that don't know how to conduct themselves, or like maybe just to be an example for them, you know? Because,
No, we don't burn bridges before they're even built. You know? Like that's the way we operate. Like, if
Correct.
there's no bridge there, why burn it? The only way that we won't fuck with someone directly is if they do something to us directly.
Yeah.
You know, if they conduct themselves in a way where it's like disrespectful,
It's
or
clearly disrespectful.
you know, like they're clearly just trying to like
egg us on
egg
or
us
whatever.
on or whatever, and then at that point it's like there's no need to
That's when it's a
continue
big
that relationship,
you.
you know.
yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, like we dap up everyone, you know. Anyone that shows us love, we show them love back.
Yeah.
And we keep it that way until, like I said, until something happens where it's like, all right, we can see they're being disrespectful, then we just kind of not even like, sometimes we don't even address it. It's like they should know what they did, and so if we don't talk to them, don't know why, you know. And
Correct.
And so, but if it is to that point where it's like you have to have a talk with them,
Yeah.
sometimes we could hash it out, you know, and it's a misunderstanding or whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's one of those like, hey, don't talk to that guy because he did this to me, so don't work with him, and it's like, bro, that really doesn't have anything to do with us, you know.
That happens a lot.
It's happened.
Not as much now. I think with what we've been building and like the momentum we've been getting, like we've been very limited in interactions with other artists.
Yeah.
And so we really only interact when we have to interact. And
Going out for a show.
yeah, going out for a show, I always tell Wally, you know, read the room.
Yep.
I'm big on that, you know, like sometimes, because there was this one time we were at a show and there was a guy that was like kind of giving Wally the cold shoulder, and so I had to pull Wally aside, and I'm like,
But it was like first time meeting too, so it was just unexpected. At least for me, I know maybe Mo caught it, but to me, it was just kind of like
I might have been there.
we've always been good energy, you know. So to kind of not receive that, I just thought it was threw me off.
It throws you off.
Throws you off when you're used to it being the way you're used to it being, you know. So,
I've been in those situations, man, and it's hard. You have to pull yourself back a little bit, not to react in that moment.
well, just come
Out
back
of-
to
out of
reality.
anger. Yeah,
come
out
back
of
to reality and
But
realize
sometimes
that.
it throws you off, you know,
It's
because you're
true.
just like, why is this dude acting?
The good thing is it was after the performance was over, so it's not like it threw me off on stage or something like that. Nothing like that.
yeah, but it's just like I've always been and I've always been big on that, like reading the room, reading people's interactions,
Energy,
with
how they
you and
interact with
energy.
others.
And so like Wally's definitely like a little bit more outgoing than I am. I'm a little bit more reserved, but like so I'm more of an observer, you know. And so if I see something that is not sitting right with me, I'll let Wally know.
Yeah, he'll just
before,
tell me.
You know, he digs himself deeper in the hole. You know?
And I've been there a few times where you'll kind of bring Wally back, like, hey, let's go over here, like, or like, or he'll kind of be like, hey, well, let's go, like, or whatever,
like, bro, chill out, you know, let's just come over here.
And that's
So,
fine. I mean,
it's
that
good.
just means you have people around you that care, you
I
know.
look
'cause
out for it, yeah.
They didn't, bad shit would be happening left and right, you know. So
yeah,
Yeah.
facts. So yeah, as far as politicking, bro, like we try to keep it cool with everyone. Like we have no reason to have big egos because, like I said, we're still on our journey. Like we're still trying
We're all
to get
still
to our
here.
destination.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like we're still all in the same kind of melting
realm
pot,
in
you
the
know?
same realm.
But some of us may have done things that others are still
Before
trying
others
to do,
did, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I just try to keep myself humble, bro, because just so you guys know, like I did have a big head at one point, you know, like I felt like, oh, why should I work with this guy, or you know, like they should be giving me props. Like I had that mentality, but it didn't get me anywhere, and I got humbled real quick by life, you know. And so life has a way of teaching you the ways, and so I'm always there to learn the lesson when it needs to be learned, bro. And so now I just keep it humble, keep it respectful. I give everyone love that gives me love, and yeah, if there's no reason to fight, I leave it alone.
We've also been at it for several years, bro. Like since 2014.
We've seen people come and go, you know, and so like
Well, I'm just saying, like, you develop a mindset. Like, when you're going at it so long, you kind of realize what works with interactions, what doesn't work with interactions, things you should stay away from when you're out and about and interacting with other artists or networking or whatever. Like, just maintain yourself in a professional manner. We've learned that's the best way. Say what's up to everyone in the room. You never know who they could be, who they could know.
Yeah.
What connection they could make you, even if you're not even thinking that deep.
Yeah.
Just always treat everyone with respect. Usually when people see that, they'll treat you with respect if they're an actual adult that can comprehend something like they should. So yeah, that's how we move now, bro. We just always just keep it clean and do what we have to do.
and shout out to Rhyme Time, bro. He's been a big mentor for
Rhyme
us.
time, yeah.
He's your guys' manager?
Mentor,
he's
manager.
like our mentor, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
at this point.
very early on, like we linked up with him, you know, like we were like a year in maybe, and
And that was a natural.
it was just a
Meeting,
natural
just from being-
occurrence.
he
Like we
believed
were
in
at
you
the
guys.
same show.
Yeah, he saw our set. He decided to come say what's up to us, but like, you know, some people don't know each other and they could easily be like, "Oh, who are you?" or whatever. And we didn't do that, bro. We just like
Say hi to
he
everybody.
dapped us, told us he liked our set. We saw his set, so we're like, "Bro,
You're like,
Likewise.
reciprocate the energy," you know, and look what that relationship turned into, bro.
And he's the one that's like, you know, he's older than us, so he's been around and he's kind of seen a little bit more than we have.
And done some cool ass shit in
And
his
so
music
he,
career.
you know, very early on, he's like, hey, when you get booked for these shows, you know, like show up on time, be respectful of the promoter because you never know what else they can offer you. Like he gave us a lot of jams, bro. that
Yeah.
we still
Things
follow
that you
to
might
this
overlook just because you're like at the event.
day. Yeah, and then you know, artists just in hip hop in general, bro. Like they tend to have big egos.
Yeah, they feel entitled.
They feel entitled.
Yeah, that's what it is,
And-
entitlement, bro.
And it's like, you know, we could easily feel that way from what we've accomplished so far, but we don't. We still keep that respect, you know, and we show everyone the respect for their time. And And that's just kind of how we operate, bro.
And at this point, I mean, you said it earlier, we're a little more selective with interactions or when we step out. Like, if a bag's involved, obviously, you're more happy and more likely to step out and do a show or a hosting or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So then you, con ganas, like, you come out there like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to get paid for it. I'm not just going to be there waiting 5,000 openers before my turn or whatever it may be. At least
Which we've been there. You know? Like
we that's why I'm throwing it out. Like,
we started paying. We started and we used to pay to play. Pay to play. I feel like we've paid our dues and now we're finally
sold tickets.
We're
all
finally,
that,
bearing the fruits of our labor.
Had to be our own street team to promote shows.
Yeah,
like we've been through a lot of that stuff.
And so finally, like, these payments are coming in, like, hey, how much?
More steadily.
When people reach out, it's like, hey, how much do you guys charge?
They come correct.
Show? And it's like,
they're not just expecting.
That, love it. So it's nice. It's nice that the way that we move reflects,
our work got us here, bro, and our mindset and how we carry ourselves. So that's where we are in the journey.
Yes.
No, so I appreciate you guys. Like, that's why, like, I reached out to you guys because I'm just like, there's a very few people like in the city that are doing that, Like,
yeah.
So like, definitely,
I'm glad it's being acknowledged.
Yeah, because it's like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's reasons why you can have conversations with certain people because they understand, and it's good to talk to other people that have that mindset. We've had many conversations.
Yeah.
And
over the years,
at the end of the day, it's like there's always that respect of like, bro, like we understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like even if the journey is a little different with like hip hop versus Latin, or it doesn't matter because it's still that like pursuing that dream or whatever,
making things happen,
and it feels good to be able to talk to other people that are investing or risking or doing those same things to accomplish these things. So I really appreciate you guys, and and
likewise, bro, because you get it. So bro. It's not you're right.
And I think that's why we're able to have those conversations is because we're like-minded when it comes to our goals and like what we're trying to accomplish.
We've seen failures, like we've seen bumps in the road, and all that,
bro. Like we're first generation Mexican Americans, you know, so
and artists.
So we go through a lot of the similar things, a lot of similar situations, and we see things like, pretty similarly too, and it could be because of our upbringings, but
facts.
We just know that hard work and dedication is what gets you to where you want to be, bro. And
100%.
I think the quicker you learn that, and the quicker you like stop feeling entitled, like
open your mind up a little bit,
You feel like you're gonna go to a show and you just expect people to show up for you,
or give you all the attention, like you said. Now you kind of gotta earn.
You gotta earn it, bro, and pay your dues for sure. And I think a lot of people don't even get through that phase of paying your dues,
and they just
get
start
frustrated and they hang it up, And like you've been kind of when we started, you were already doing it, and we've seen tons of artists along the years that like.
I don't know. I also see sometimes when they may have had like one or two good shows or something like that. Maybe one song did great, and then they automatically want to charge $1 bajillion for anything, for doing a show. And I'm just like someone who's actually done something and done big things consistently and not just one time and held on to that. Like, I'm not even charging $1 bajillion. Like, I still know there's a ways to go, even though there is accomplishments under our belt.
Yeah.
That's just back to the being humble and not expecting, but knowing we work for something and have the ability to earn a certain amount and at least putting our foot down for a certain amount.
Exactly.
And we'll work for it to get bigger as time goes on, and more accomplishments come our way.
Facts. How you doing, Host Beefy?
I'm doing pretty good. What can you tell us, if we're getting close to wrapping up, maybe you guys can tell us a little bit about your lab and stuff like that. That's been pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, thank you.
Wins that you guys have done. Talk about your team a little bit, you know what I mean? The things you guys got coming out and stuff like that.
Let's do it. Say some, I'll say some.
Yeah. So we do have our headquarters, finally.
Yes.
we used to have it went from my backyard to like a legitimate place.
A facility.
I'm trying to get your shed that you built. You know, you need you ever need to donate it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
He has room in the back.
yeah. I still have it, bro. That shed, I built it like with the studio in mind, and so it's like insulated. You know, like I put padding everywhere and so
Soundproofing.
it used to just be me and Wally, and then Looney would come sometimes, and we would fit just fine. But then anything else, like it was just super crowded. But once we got like Juice involved, and we noticed that like our team was growing, like we started getting other ideas, like how can we make because the lab at my house wasn't accessible to everyone unless I was home. You know, and so if I wasn't there, like they couldn't show up and record and none of that stuff. Like it was pretty much always on my time. And so I'm like, we need to fix that. You know, we need to give everyone access. You know, if they need to show up, they need to have access to, you know, like Looney sometimes needs a place to go and make beats. You know, Wally sometimes just needs to go and record a quick verse, and I don't necessarily have to be there every time. They all have their own key and everything, so it helps. And because of that, we're able to crank out more music. We're able to, you know, do our podcast,
Brainstorm
at
a higher level.
host people, you know. So if you guys ever want to come podcast,
I'm gonna go
there,
to the lab. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should. It's ready for you.
yeah, if you ever want to,
We'll put your logo on the TV.
Feel free
No,
to
I'm saying as a guest, so you guys can, you know.
Oh, yeah.
pull up,
that would
bro.
be great,
that
bro.
would be nice. And
Hey, but not you guys. Nah, I'm just playing.
yeah, invite only, huh?
That's that ego we talked about.
Come with the bag. Yeah, so yeah, we got that. We have our team, you know. Shout out to Looney, shout out to Juice,
Shout out to B-Lo.
shout out to B-Lo, shout out to Money Mel. They're out of state, but you know, we keep in close contact with them.
Yep.
And as far as what we have going on right now, we're all working on solo projects.
Yes.
You know, we've been a duo for so many years that it's almost like expected for us to just come out with projects
With
together.
more UA all the time.
But we're like, yeah, we need to give them like some solo stuff, you know, and like just kind of diversify, show them what we can do individually.
Even like more serious songwriting.
Bro,
Yeah.
you need a host Beefy beat on there, bro. Host Beefy.
Oh,
what you
yeah.
cooking?
what?
That might be a verse.
He's just gonna come
I got a verse in
freestyle.
the purse.
And I'll kill the beat, put it in a hearse.
with the beat, you know.
Yeah, I like it. Bro, I didn't even know.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so we'll need something.
Yeah, no, for real. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, so we do have solo projects. Juice has a solo project.
Yep.
And then Looney has that song that he's working on, trying to bring the community together, you know. All the
Yeah, just more
artists.
more cultura, more culture.
Yeah, facts. So it's been a blessing, bro. We moved in October.
Yeah, October
We're
last year.
like we're creeping up on a year.
Yep.
And it's just been getting better, bro, every time. And so we're thankful, you know, that we have that spot, that we can all like
A place to create,
you know,
let
have
loose.
a place to create, no like distractions or anything,
From the outside
because like
world.
me being home, bro, trying to make music, it's like my daughter, hey dad, can you help me with this? You know, my wife, hey,
This
you
is
do
real
those-
life stuff for
you do
y'all.
those dishes,
that
you know,
don't
like
know.
what the fuck the dishes gotta do with
I'm
this?
recording. Hold up.
And so yeah, like just little stuff like that. And so now we have a place to like really zone in and
Yeah, let you be
get
more
some work
creative.
done, let you
And no dishes. No dishes.
yeah, we have had the
Disposable only.
yeah,
Yeah,
fact.
paper-
I'm gonna
paper
start
plates.
that, bro. I'm tired of washing
And beer
dishes,
pong
Grandpa.
cups.
You
gonna
Well, keep digging. We've had the honor of hosting like some big names there.
Yes.
Within our first year, like we've had an NFL player there. He played for the Bills and Carolina Panthers.
Yes.
And he was in the Super Bowl, you know. And we've had an MMA fighter there. We've had a couple of big artists in there. Dizzy Wright was there, you know, like
We had a big Polynesian singer, huh?
yeah, I
Ain't
know.
no body shaming.
Yeah.
Nah, she wasn't just a Polynesian.
Oh, she was famous. That kind of.
Yeah. Just in that realm, you know. I keep using that word today, realm.
Looks like me when I was like,
R-E-A-L-M.
"Hi, big boy." But yeah, it's been great, bro. Like
It's been a blessing.
I love the place.
Yep.
I always tell these guys like I don't see myself going anywhere unless we're upgrading to a bigger place. Like,
Or they
that's
drag us out of
That's
there.
kind of my mentality. It's like, we ain't going nowhere unless we're growing, you know? And
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. And you've been there, right, bro?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
couple of
Santos
times.
been there.
Down the street from your casa?
Yeah,
Not
pretty
too
close,
far.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll have to.
We're
pull up
neighbors
next time.
when we're working.
yeah, I've been there a handful of times. Yeah,
Yeah,
5-6 times.
yeah, it's super close to Santos. Last time we ran into him, he was walking my
Walking
dog.
dogs. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're like, hey, bro, what's up?
Not one of his homies. It was his actual dog.
Yeah, I was walking the homies
Because they're dogs.
because of dog.
Les gusta el perreo.
Pound
It's
town.
Elder Perreo.
Nah, el perreo asqueroso.
Perreo
Come on,
asqueroso.
bro.
Yeah, so.
That's bestialities.
Yeah. Chill out. Chill, G.
Chill,
Yeah. No, there was a guy that recently got arrested for that.
Oh, God.
Shout out to my uncle.
The Trump uncle.
Pues, Guadalupe,
Yeah.
el compa Guadalupe de las Rosas.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to leave us with today?
I want to leave you guys, if you've never heard of us before, we are UA the Duo. We're real biological brothers. Might not look like it, but we are. People always ask. They don't
Where's the bed? We're real bi. I'm like, I'm not.
Shout out the LGBT. Shout out LGBTQ plus.
Island boys all the time.
Crosses the line. That crossed the line.
They went too far. They went too
Make
far.
sure you guys follow us on Instagram, on Spotify, on Apple Music. You can listen to us on YouTube, watch our music videos. We have more content coming. Santos shouted out our tour. We have tour dates. We're gonna be posting those online. You guys can keep up with that. New music, of course.
What's the tour called?
Oh yeah, the tour is called the Chemistry Class Tour because we're the lab.
Because we're the
junkies.
lab junkies.
Couple
Yeah.
Walter Browns out there.
Except without illegal activity.
We're not Walter White.
Moreno.
We're Walter Brown.
Yeah. Walter Chavez.
And with that being said, shout out to Mexico City. Shout out
Yeah,
to
La Ciudad de
Cumbia.
Mexico, bro.
Shout out to the Cultura.
And
Yeah,
y'all
facts.
have a good one. Thank you for tuning in.
Cumbia.
Show.
It's you, wait.